This is a CBS News Detroit update.
Good morning, I'm Sandra Ali. Among the top stories we're following for you on this Tuesday morning, police and parents are calling it a disturbing betrayal of trust.
It's very surprising. We all are shocked, and I know the kids are because they're all posting it on Facebook, Instagram, and they just in like a awe.
That was the parent of a student at George Washington Carver Academy in Highland Park, a recently fired teacher charged with sexually assaulting a student on school grounds. 29-year-old Vincent Weaver was arrested Friday. He was formally charged Monday. Weaver was the fine arts teacher and also coached the school's dance team. Counselors will be there at the school today to meet with students. Police say there could be other victims out there. A Detroit man arraigned in Troy on human trafficking charges. 32-year-old Robert Champion was formally charged Monday. State police say they got a tip in late March about sex ads. Those ads were posted online featuring a 17-year-old girl who was missing. She was from Detroit. State police found the girl at an apartment in Troy, which is where they also arrested Champion. Wayne County Parks and Recreation Director Alicia Bradford and her husband Larry are both due back in court this morning. They're facing assault with a dangerous weapon and felony firearm charges. This is in connection with an incident that happened New Year's Day in a Farmington Hills gas station. Police say a fight over a can of soda led to a fight between Larry and another customer. President Trump signs the Take It Down Act now as law. The bill aims to stop people from posting non-consensual intimate images, both real and AI generated. First Lady Melania Trump joined the president in the Rose Garden for the signing. She supports the measure through her Be Best initiative. President Trump says he's optimistic about reaching a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. After a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday, the president says Russia will immediately work toward reaching an agreement to end the fighting. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs continues today. Key testimony coming from someone who worked for Combs. Prosecutors say former Combs assistant David James will be back on the stand later today. Now let's go ahead and check in with Next Weather's Troy Bridges for a look at that forecast. How are things looking today, Troy?
A chilly start today, Sandra, and not warming a whole bunch as we head through the afternoon, going to a high today of 60 degrees with lots of clouds in place and then increasing rain chances as we go through the afternoon, but especially into tonight. As we go into tonight by around 8 o'clock, we see a 50% coverage of rain and a temperature of 53 degrees. So we're going to need jackets most of the day today. There is Next Weather Futurecast starting off with a little bit of clear skies. More and more clouds start to build in, so not much sun through the day, and then rain chances gradually increasing as this area of low pressure moves in. There's 6 o'clock this evening, not all that widespread at that point, but more waves of rain pushing in over the next several days as we have an area of low pressure that will spin on top of us. There's Wednesday, almost 2 p.m., seeing a scattering of showers here and there. No big chance for thunderstorms, certainly no severe weather, but rain that will be light to moderate to at times heavy here and there through even Thursday and part of Friday before we start to dry out. So high temperatures today only in the 50s, right at 60 in Detroit, but most of us in the 50s, 57 for Ann Arbor. The next 7 days, pretty much the same story on through Friday, but for the holiday weekend, looking dry with a high of 70 by Sunday and Monday. Sandra, back to you.
Troy, thank you. That's a look at your headlines. We'll be back later today covering stories that matter to you on air and streaming on the CBS News app and Pluto TV.